Good day. I am Vivek Narsampalli. I'll going to deal with the questions of electromagnetic theory which are asked in the exam GATE 2021 for instrumentation engineering students. So this electromagnetic theory subject is included in the new syllabus, and in the very first year itself there is a very sizable weightage is given for this subject. From this subject in your GATE exam there are one mark question and two marks questions. Let us start with our questions here. Here is a question. The figure below shows an electrically inductive bar of square cross section resting on a plane surface. Okay. The bar of mass 1 kilogram has a depth of 0.5 meters along the y direction. This is a x, this is a y, and this is a z. So this is a bar here. Fine. 0.5 meters along the y direction. The coefficient of friction between the bar and the surface is 0.1. Okay. Assume the acceleration due to gravity to be 10 meters per meter per second square. The system faces a uniform flux density B is equal to minus 1 z cap Tesla. At a time t is equal to 0, a current of 10 amperes is switched onto the bar and is maintained. The question here is, when the bar has moved by the 1 meter, its speed in meter per second is rounded off to the 1 decimal place. Here some basics of physics are required to handle this problem. Here the bar is under the influence, conducting bar is under the influence of magnetic field. So it will experience the force. What is that force? Magnetic force, because the current is flowing. The other one is, there is a frictional force. Fine. And the bar is moving. That happens only the magnetic force is greater than the frictional force. Yes. So just recall your physics basics here. So here it is, total force applied on the body is equal to magnetic force minus frictional force. Then only a body can move. Fine. Let us take, as we are interested, let us take only the magnitudes here. We know that the magnetic force is equal to, from your magnetostatics, the vector magnetic force is equal to I into dl cross B. Fine. Now I will write only the magnitude here. I'll call, and this length I'll call it as L, and this is B. From your physics, just recall here. So here it is, frictional force, I'll call it as FF, is equal to mu into N, normal force. Yes. So here it is mu into N, because the surface is flat here. So here it is mu into mg. Fine. The normal force is a gravitational force here. Fine. So total force I can write it as m into a. Fine. Just put the things here properly and get the result. It is a frictional coefficient. Fine. Let me turn the page here. So here it is, m into a is equal to I L into B minus mu into m into g. Fine. So here m into a is equal to I. What is the current which is flowing? 10 amperes. 10 into, and what is the length here? What is the length of a line? Here it is, how much is that? 0.5 meters here along the y-axis. Fine. So here it is 0.5 into B. We are interested only in the magnitude. Here minus is indicating the direction. Fine. So here it is 1 minus, what is that coefficient of friction? 0.1. Yes, 0.1. So we are dealing with the SI units. So I need to take the mass in the kilograms. The mass here is, let me go back, how much is the mass? Here it is mass. How much is that? here it is, the mass is 1 kilogram. Yes, so here it is 1 and here it is 10. Fine. So here it is 1 into A, which is equal to, this is 5 minus 1, which is equal to 4. So A is equal to 4 meter per second square. Clear? Yes. But what you want? You want here the velocity with which it is moving. You can notice that initially it is at rest. So you need to find out the velocity with which it is moving for the given distance. Fine. It is moving a distance of 0.5 meters. You can use the basics from your kinematics, and from there you can evaluate this one. So we know that from your kinematics, u square minus v square. Yes, from the basics of the kinematics we know that u square minus v square is equal to 2as. Here it is u square minus v square is equal to 2as. Fine. Here v is the initial velocity. Initial velocity is equal to 0. So here it is u square into 2 into a. What is the acceleration is 4 into what is the distance it is moving? Here it is moving a distance of 1 meter. Fine. Yes. So here it is 1 meter. So here it is u square is equal to 8. U is equal to square root of 8. Fine. So you can check out this u value will turn out to be 2.82 meters per second. But the question here is asking us to round it out to 1 decimal place, right? That is also important. So the actual answer is 2.8 meter per second. Yes. So you need to just recall the concepts of your physics, which you would have learnt in your high school physics +2. Fine. So this is all about this. Okay. Here is a question asked for 2 marks. A toroid made of CrGO has an inner diameter of 10 centimeters and an outer diameter of 14 centimeters. The thickness of the toroid is 2 centimeters. Okay. 200 turns of the copper wire is wound on the core with mu is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7 Henry per meter, and mu r of the CrGO is 3000. Fine. When the current of 5 milliamperes flows through the winding, the flux density in the core in millitesla is. Fine. So let me draw some rough diagram here to deal with this one. Fine. So there is a toroid here, there is an inner surface and there is an outer surface. Okay. So let me call this as a radius R1, this is a radius R. So what is this R1 here? R1 is equal to, he has provided diameter, take the half of that, it is 5 centimeters, and R2 is equal to 7 centimeters. Fine. Okay. Now you want to find out the flux here. The flux here we know that B, which is equal to mu into H. But what is this H from the Ampere's law? H is equal to Ni by L. Fine. For the solenoidal, N into I by L, length. Then how do you define the length for this one? Because it is wrapped with a wire. Fine. So you need to define what is called average length for this one. So what happens to the average length? I will call it as a L average. You cannot take the inner surface, outer surface length. Fine. So you need to find out its circumference. So what is you have to write here? It is L average. So you need to take this circumference and this circumference, and you need to take the average of that. Let me turn the page here. So here it is L average is equal to pi 2 pi R1. Here it is 2 pi R1 plus 2 pi R2 divided by 2, which is equal to pi into R1 plus R2. Let me go back. What is R1? 5 plus 7 centimeters. So here it is 5 plus 7 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Yes. So here it is L average is equal to 12 pi into 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. Fine. So from here B is equal to mu naught into mu r into n into I divided by L average. Fine, which is equal to 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7. Yes, into mu r. Mu r he has given the value. Mu r is equal to 300. Mu r is equal to 300. Yes, and that is 200. N is equal to 200. Here it is 3000. Sorry, here it is 200 into I. What is the current? How much is that? 5 milliamperes. So here it is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by L average. What is L average? Is 12 pi into 10 to the power of minus 2. Fine. Yes. So what you can do? Here it is 4, 3. Here it is 12. In numerator 12, denominator 12. Here pi will cancel out. Here it is, and then 2 into 5. Here it is 10 to the power of minus 7. Here it is. You can take this one into the numerator. Here it is 10 to the power of. Here it is 10 to the power of 5, 10 to the power of 7. So what you will be left is, you will going to get B is equal to 10 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Tesla or 10 millitesla. So it is asking the answer in terms of millitesla. So what is the answer for your question? Answer for millitesla, right? So the answer is 10 is the answer for this question. 10 is the answer for this question. Okay, here is a question asked for 1 mark. An infinitely long line with a uniform positive charge density lies along the z-axis in cylindrical coordinates at any point P not on the z-axis. The direction of the electric field is. Options are provided here: z cap, r cap plus z cap by root 2 and then phi cap. Fine. The only thing is you should know the formula here and little bit imagination is required. Let me draw the coordinate system here. Here is a coordinate system. Here it is x-axis, here it is y-axis, here it is z-axis. Okay, and infinitely long positive charge is located on z-axis here like this. Here it is extending from minus infinite to plus infinite. And what is the charge on this one? It is the uniform charge, which is rho L coulomb per meter. And what is the electric field expression? The electric field would be radially outward from this one. Fine. So the electric field expression E is equal to, for the infinite uniform line charge, it is a very popular formula, rho L by 2 pi epsilon into rho cap or r cap. Yes, according to the coordinate system. Here he has mentioned the r cap. Fine. So where he is asking? He is asking the direction of the electric field not on the z-axis. Not on the z-axis means what? This is a z-axis, right? Not on the z-axis, here, wherever you take, the electric field will be pointing radially outwards. Fine. So what would be the direction of the electric field? So the electric field would be like this. Electric field would be like this. Radially outwards. Radially outwards. Radially outwards. Radially outwards. Radially outwards. Radially outwards. So this is the electric field direction due to the infinite radially outwards from all the sides. If it is a positive charge, that means in the radial direction. If it is a negative charge, radially inside, but in the radial direction. Fine. So what is the answer for this question? Here it is z cap no, r cap no. Yes, r cap is the answer. Fine. Phi cap no, r cap plus z cap by root 2. No. What is this r cap plus z cap by root 2? R cap is like this, z cap is like this. So he is saying somewhere here. No, it is a radial direction. Fine. It is clearly evident from here. So what is the answer for the question? Option B is the answer. This is all about this.